What online marketing strategies give you the biggest bang for your buck?
Well, so I'm fortunate. I was early on into the internet. Tom Foster, Foster Web Marketing, has been my internet partner for a long time. So we have a website that Google likes, all right? Um, what people don't realize, though, when they see the website is what's actually going on underneath the hood. When you fill out a form, when you request information from us, ours is all run by a product called Infusionsoft. But what that's doing is it's taking you, it's putting you into our herd, it's making sure you're getting the appropriate long tail follow-up, it's making sure you get our newsletters, it's making sure that in follow-up you're getting shown the right videos, because we've created now hundreds of videos. So I think the strategy is building a robust website that's not about me. Like if you go to benglasslaw.com, the very front, we got a very cool video that you helped produce, but that video is all about non-legal stuff. And I don't say we're the best. We're gonna get you $1 million and we're aggressive. I don't say anything like that at all. And most lawyers screw up their website entirely because the website's all about them. It's all about, I went to this school, I'm on this committee, I've been practicing for this many years. The problem is that's what everybody says, so there's no differentiator there. So build a website that rivals Google or Amazon, or not Amazon, but Avvo, in terms of providing useful information to consumers who are out searching for answers. And the other thing, and I'll give you the one that is the second biggest, is online reviews are huge. Now, we don't know where the status of online reviews, Mike, will be in 5 or 10 years, but right now that's huge. So having a system that gets them, and we have at Avvo almost 100 consumer reviews. I have more than 100 attorney endorsements, and that's huge for us. So having a system that gets reviews, but then the secret sauce behind that, Michael, is in my marketing system, I'm sending you back to look at the reviews just in case you missed them the first time around. You don't need, I mean, there's software that will help you do this. You don't really need it. You need a firm culture that asks for reviews. Again, the top secret there is you don't have to wait till the end of the case. So if Mike, you and I have a good conversation, you've called me about a legal situation, and we've had a good chat, and I've helped you, even if you haven't hired me, I'm going to ask you to go online and say something nice about me. I'm going to give you the direct link back there to do it. And then when you do that, I'm going to let other people know that you did it. So that's two things. A website that is helpful to the consumer, not all about you. People want to build websites that their mom would be proud of. And then having a culture of getting reviews and then sending your prospects back to the reviews. We even, we sort of changed up our logo here a little bit. Ben Glass Law, justreadthereviews.com. It's like, don't listen to anything we say, just go to justreadthereviews.com and see what other people have said about us.
Right, and it's realizing that it really doesn't matter what you say, right? Because technically, you can say anything. It's ultimately the social proof aspect and what do clients say about you. And I have a feeling that a lot of the people that are watching this are thinking, well, that's not what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear about, some Google pay-per-click. I wanted to hear about Facebook, all those things. And, Ben's talking about reviews and building a client-centered website, all those things.
We're talking about the free stuff. I'm talking about stuff that you can do for free. So again, what I call the marketing vultures are all the companies that are selling you Facebook and pay-per-click. We've tested a lot of that stuff. Again, there's a place for all of it, I think. You have to know, if I'm going to spend $1 with a marketing vulture, how are we going to track that? Because if I send $1 out, I want it to come back 5 or 10 times bigger, right? Makes no sense to just send it out and watch it burn. And lawyers, they just want a shortcut, Michael, they want that easy button solution. And there is no easy button solution. And so, we're happy. If our competition wants to go burn money on pay-per-click, what do we see? I think it was you had a slide up there about the mesothelioma, and it was like almost $1,000 per click, right? That's not a lead. And you said this, it's not a lead, that's a click. That's crazy. What I'm trying to do is help lawyers. What we're really good at is, if you have $1 to spend or an hour to spend on your marketing, we'll help you figure out the most efficient use of that next hour or that next dollar. Sorry if that disappoints.
Well, I think it's also realizing that a lot of these other tactics are really supplements, if you will, right? I mean, you talk about this like, at the gym. I mean, taking supplements is not a substitute for actually working out. And just as I look at, if you don't have the messaging dialed in, if you haven't differentiated yourself, so let's say even if you do get them to your website, you either doing through pay-per-click or let's say you have outstanding SEO, but what happens when they get there? And chances are, if they're going to be even on page 1 of Google, most clients are vetting 3, 4, 5 different firms, and if those other firms have a greater value proposition, we've seen instances where someone ranks on page 1 for actually a keyword that they care about, and yet they're not getting the cases, and they're wondering why. And it's just because when you get to their website, there's no reason to hire them, and when you visit their competitors' websites, they offer a very compelling value proposition.
Yeah, and so the language tweak I would make is that lawyers. So my website doesn't need to convince you to hire me. My website, the top goal is to convince you, Michael, to raise your hand, start the conversation by requesting some information or by making a call to us. And that's a level that lawyers never think about, because they think, if I'm going to run this ad, I need to get hired from the ad. No. What you just said, people are vetting a lot of lawyers. So I want to at least be able to start the conversation. Now I'll spend the money marketing to you, because I know that you're interested, you've been in an accident in our case, and we've got something to talk about. So that's another thought shift, going from just simply generating a lead to start a conversation is the best way to put this, versus trying to make the entire sale in a print ad. Some people still use Yellow Pages. It takes some thought. It builds equity. When you build these systems into your firm, then you don't have to rely on what this week's bid is for Fairfax car accident lawyer.
Yeah, and I think it's thinking long game too. I think any really strong business that I've seen is always thinking, not just how do we win today, but ultimately how do we win on a consistent, sustainable, predictable basis, and really building out those funnels is what's important.